Well, we are here at the World Economic Forum and of course buzzword India है. हम लगातार आपको बता रहे हैं किस तरह से India इस बार in a big number present है when it comes to participation from all across, be it corporates, be it government, be it state governments and so on. इस वक्त मेरे साथ Investcorp के CEO Mr. Rishi Kapoor हैं, जो of course just to tell you Investcorp is a platform which basically invests in companies. Sir, correct me if I'm wrong.
बिल्कुल ठीक कहा आपने. That's absolutely spot on. We are a global investment manager. We manage about $42 billion in total assets spread out all over the world.
Okay, $42 billion assets. That's pretty big and handsome. But the good part is कि India पर अब बहुत ज़बरदस्त focus है Investcorp का, and I think you have been very carefully looking at some of the interesting emerging business opportunities. So tell us, Rishi, पहले तो Davos में इस बार कैसी लगी पूरी theme of how India is standing out amidst the others? हमारी growth story पर लोगों को विश्वास लग रहा है. People are willing to come and invest. So what's been your sense?
You know, I have to say something. I've been coming to Davos now for 12 years, and every one of the 12 odd years that I've been here, there's been a presence from India. India का delegation हर बार होता है. इस बार clearly लग रहा है कि इंडिया का delegation हावी है, you know, to use that term, you know. It's been a long time since I've used that phrase, certainly on live television, but you get the drift, right? It's the presence is noticed, it's noticeable, and it is impactful, right? And the reason why it's impactful is for a variety of reasons. Geopolitical, macro, and economic, right? From a geopolitical perspective, as you think about the world looking to find resilience in their own supply chains, the value of India, the impact that India can have in providing that resiliency to the supply chains of goods and services is very significant.
Sure.
Second, the bounce back that India has experienced coming out of the pandemic and the economic growth that most people are anticipating for the country, driven by domestic consumption as well as exports. Everyone's, you know, sat back and taken notice of that, and you can't ignore a growing, you know, top 5 kind of economy like India if you're a global investment manager. Mm-hmm. And third is the whole idea of the narrative in India driven by the young population, the, you know, जो digitally native हैं, you know, उनके लिए iPhone या Jio जो भी है, उसको use करना is second nature. Using that iPhone device to access goods and services in a digitally native fashion at an affordable price point creates a massive market with a country that has a population of 1.3 billion.
Clearly there's potential and everyone sees it and everyone to seize also the opportunity, as we say. But Rishi, हम जानते हैं Investcorp has been investing in India. I believe $600 million के investments अब तक हुए हैं
right.
India में. आगे क्या potential लग रहा है? Do you think it can grow manifold? And also sectors जो are promising. I believe you've been investing largely in real estate and as private equity, but do you think there are new emerging sectors?
No, again, you're absolutely right in that there is the past and then there is the future, right? So as you look at what we've done so far, and by the way, Investcorp in India has been there itself directly only for a little over 3 years. But in those 3 years, 3 सालों में हमने 600 million almost invest
किया. ये COVID की period में भी.
During the COVID period, you know, which we have been amongst the most active investors in India. We have made 13 investments over this period. And it has been amongst the fastest growing markets for Investcorp globally. Out of our 42 billion, it's been amongst the fastest growing markets.
And you are in all countries?
We are in the US, in Europe, in Southeast Asia, in China, in India, all over, right? We cover the entire globe, in the Middle East, of course. Right? But India has been amongst the fastest growing markets for us. And we've made 13 investments. Most of them have been focused around that central theme of the young consumer that is aspiring to be a middle class, you know, consumer of goods and services at an affordable price point, which is what? Consumer tech, healthcare, financial inclusion. Those have been our sectors, driven by e-commerce. So real estate investments, you know, you mentioned those. We've invested in a whole chain of about 20 million square feet of warehouses, logistics, distribution centers. Schools, we've invested in schools, right? You know, with that whole theme of education and the growing middle class. Several household brands, Fresh to Home, Wingreads, etc. are Investcorp. But then you start thinking about the future. And if you look at the future, Our very strong conviction at Investcorp is that amongst the most compelling themes for India in the future is in the energy transition space. I'm not talking about renewable power generation only. I'm talking about the entire value chain. Starts with generation, but then it's storage, distribution, mobility, industry, agriculture, the real estate built environment, all of that. We genuinely feel that it is a 30-year opportunity, not.
Of course, everyone's looking at a long-term opportunity
Absolutely.
for the Indian market, and I think the it's to say that the pace is now set. We just now to accelerate.
And by the way, I get the sense, particularly based on what I've witnessed over here, that even the acceleration has started, right? And you see the science, you see the interest, you see the appetite of the investor community globally to invest behind what is a clear growing need for the country and for the globe overall. The capital will follow.
Okay, that's wonderful and good news, and in fact, very encouraging to see how the world is looking at India now and genuinely looking to invest and see potential in growth opportunities here on. Thank you very much. Lovely speaking with you, Rishi.
Likewise.
Good
It's absolute
luck.
pleasure.
Thanks.
Good luck to you.
See you soon.